focus. Ideate, innovate, enable.
This week on Club Mahindra presents CNBC Awaaz India Travelogue, we travel to the pink city of Jaipur.
क्लब महिंद्रा प्रेजेंट CNBC आवाज इंडिया ट्रैवलॉग के इस सफर में अब तक हमने देखा 11वीं सदी में बसे जैसलमेर को, 14th सेंचुरी में बसे कुंभलगढ़ को, 15th सेंचुरी में बसे उदयपुर और 17th सेंचुरी में बसे जयपुर को। जयपुर को अपना नाम राजस्थान के हर शहर की तरह अपने महानायक राजा जयसिंह के नाम से मिला।
Jaipur is the capital of the historic state of Rajasthan. It is connected by an international airport 13 kilometers from the main city. Jaipur is a city steeped in history and culture, and its past comes alive in the magnificence of its forts and palaces. Jaipur was one of the first planned cities in India. It has 7 gates built around it, which are used even today to enter the city. The city of Amer used to be the capital of Rajasthan from the 15th century to the early 16th century. But shortage of water and increase in population led to the foundation of Jaipur as the new capital. 14 kilometers from Jaipur, the city of Amer even today attracts a lot of tourists. The Amer fort is a living proof of the grace and style of the Kushwaha dynasty. Built in 1592 by Maharaja Man Singh in the midst of the Aravalli hills, the fort boasts of multiple gates, but the most famous of them all is the Sun Gate. Hindu and Mughal influence can easily be seen in the fort structure and architecture. One of the most famous and popular parts of the fort is the Sheesh Mahal or the Mirror Palace. The walls and ceiling of the Mahal are carved with beautiful paintings and flowers made out of pure glass. A single candle, when lit, reflects on the glass, and it almost seems like 1,000 lights have lit up the palace. The Amer Palace is also famous for its Diwan-e-Aam, Diwan-e-Khas, and the Sukh Nivas. For tourists, the elephant rides offered at the Amer Fort are quite alluring and can be used to take a tour of the fort. The Jantar Manta was built by Maharaja Savai Jai Singh in the early 18th century. The fixed instruments here were designed for the observation of astronomical positions with the naked eye. The Jantar Manta is one of the most significant, comprehensive and best preserved of India's historic observatories. Overlooking the city of Jaipur is the Nahar Fort. This fort was built in 1734 by Maharaja Jai Singh II to provide protection and security to the Amer fort. The Nahargarh fort was originally named Sudarshangarh but was renamed Nahargarh or Abode of Tigers because of high population of tigers in the region. The wall from the Nahargarh fort extends 3 kilometers up to the Jaigarh fort, which allowed warriors at the time to cross between forts within minutes. Jaipur is known as the Pink City because of the pink-colored Dholpur stone used in most monuments. One such monument is Jaipur's beautiful Djalma Mahal. Visible from the Nahar fort, the Djalma Mahal or water palace is built on the Mansagar lake. Made of red sandstone, the palace was the summer residence of the royal family. Made in the classical Rajputana symmetrical style of architecture, the palace is of 5 stories, 4 of which remain underwater. Tourists often indulge in a little adventure and admire the beauty of the city of Jaipur from atop a hot air balloon. Of the 7 gates built around Jaipur, 1 gate leads to the city palace in the heart of the city. A visit to the city palace can transport tourists to the 17th century. Built in 1732, the palace was the seat of the Maharaja of Jaipur and also housed Jantar Mahal, the Mubarak Mahal and other palaces and buildings in the same complex. The Mubarak Mahal is a fusion of Islamic, European and Rajputana architectural styles. The Jantar Mahal is a 7-storied palace and each floor has been given a specific name as per its use, with unique paintings, mirror work and floral decoration adorning the walls. Jaipur's Hawa Mahal is another popular tourist attraction in the city.
इस समय हम हैं जयपुर के सबसे फेमस लैंडमार्क हवा महल। 5 मंजिला इस महल में 953 झरोके हैं। ये पर्दा प्रथा मानने वाली राज परिवार की महिलाओं के लिए बनाया गया था, ताकि महिलाएं आम जीवन आते जाते देख सकें।
Built by Maharaja Savai Pratap Singh in 1799 in the heart of the city, the Hawa Mahal is a 5-storied pyramidal-shaped palace. Built using red and pink-colored sandstone with miniature windows that have carved sandstone grills and domes around it. After the break, we travel to Mount Abu, an oasis in the desert state of Rajasthan.
क्या आप अंदाजा लगा सकते हैं कि हम हिंदुस्तान के किस राज्य में हैं? ये हरियाली, ये वैलीज, ये हिल्स देखकर आपको हिमाचल, कर्नाटका, कश्मीर जैसे राज्यों की याद आती होगी, राजस्थान की नहीं।
On Club Mahindra presents CNBC Awaaz India Travelogue, we continue our journey of Rajasthan and take a trip to what is an oasis in the middle of the desert. Nestled in the Aravalli Hills, Mount Abu used to be the summer getaway for Rajput kings of the region. Even today, the pleasant weather of the hill station attracts a lot of tourists from across the world. At a distance of 185 kilometers, Udaipur is the closest airport to Mount Abu. Providing tourists a respite from the scorching temperatures of the desert, Mount Abu is known for its scenic beauty, but was also known to be home to saints and sages in the olden days. Pilgrims come to Mount Abu to visit the highest peak on the Aravalli range called Guru Shikhar or Peak of the Guru. At an elevation of 5,676 feet, Guru Shikhar is dedicated to Lord Dattatreya, an incarnation of Lord Vishnu.
पर्वत की सबसे ऊंची चोटी पर आकर कैसा लगता है? ऐसा लगता है कि आप आसमान के बिल्कुल करीब और जमीन से कोसों दूर हैं। इस दृश्यावली को गुरु शिखर कहते हैं। गुरु शिखर को अरावली की सबसे हाईएस्ट पीक और दत्तात्रेय के मंदिर होने का गौरव प्राप्त है।
Mount Abu is also the spiritual headquarters of the faith community of Brahma Kumaris. Nestled between the two sacred peaks of Mount Abu, the Guru Shikhar and Achalgarh, is the Brahma Kumaris Peace Park. The park is an oasis of natural beauty, providing tourists an environment where silence and recreation coexist. In the middle of the town of Mount Abu is the ancient, sacred, picturesque Nukkie Lake. A must visit for tourists, the beauty of the lake can also be enjoyed from the viewing towers around the lake. The Achalgarh mountain is also considered to be sacred and holy. The Achalgarh fort was one of the many forts built by Maharana Kumbha in the early 15th century. Eight kilometers from Mount Abu, the Achalgarh fort is surrounded by massive battlement walls visible from a distance. The fort houses the famous Shwetambar temple, and at a little distance from the fort is the famous Achaleshwar temple, popular with the Jains. The Mandakini pond adds to the beauty and character of the fort. Kilometers from the town, Mount Abu has on offer the Travelogue for nature lovers. During the British reign, this beautiful and scenic reservoir was used to breed crocodiles. The peace and quiet of this region attracts a lot of exotic birds and other wild animals that visitors can glimpse at on jungle trails organized around the sanctuary. A must visit for tourists is the sunset point of Mount Abu. The beautiful view of wild nature and a picturesque sunset is a perfect way to end the day. Coming up after the break, we trail the majestic Royal Bengal Tiger. travel to Madhya Pradesh in the heart of India to trail the majestic Royal Bengal Tiger at the Kanha National Park. The sanctuary is 165 kilometers from Jabalpur, 260 kilometers from Raipur and 300 kilometers from Nagpur and is one of India's largest tiger reserves. The Narmada River, the fifth longest river in the Indian subcontinent, flows through the heart of Madhya Pradesh. 21 kilometers from Jabalpur district is the town of Bheda Ghat. Bheda Ghat is not only a tourist spot but also famous with pilgrims and is home to the beautiful Dhar waterfalls. A boat ride between the majestic marble rocks can take tourists to a spot called Bandar Khoodni. The mountains at one point come so close together that monkeys are believed to easily jump across them.
इस समय मैं हूँ भेड़ा घाट के धुआंधार वाटरफॉल्स के पास। यहाँ कहते हैं कि नर्मदा नदी मार्बल की चट्टानों से टकराकर धुएं के बादल बनाती है। अगर आप धुएं के बादलों को महसूस करना चाहते हैं तो इसी जगह पर आपको आना है।
Tourists can also enjoy the mesmerizing Dhar waterfalls from atop a cable car. The distance from here to Kanha National Park is about 145 kilometers. A smooth drive to the sanctuary takes only about 5 hours. Established in 1955, the Kanha National Park was set up to preserve and protect different endangered species of India and was declared the Kanha Tiger Reserve in 1973 to protect the Royal Bengal Tiger, one of the first steps in India's Save the Tiger campaign. With real low numbers, the Royal Bengal Tiger is almost at the verge of extinction and can be found only in India. Covered with dense forests, the Kanha National Park is also home to a number of other species. The beautiful Club Mahindra Kanha Resort is on the fringes of the dense forest of the national park. Residents can choose between rooms, cottages or tents to enjoy the feel of a forest reserve. The resort combines the comforts of home and the luxury of a hotel to give residents a comfortable and memorable stay.
क्लब महिंद्रा हिंदुस्तान के हर एक कोने में स्थित है, जहां पर्यटकों को एक बहुत ही अलग एक्सपीरियंस होता है। क्लब महिंद्रा कान्हा इज वन ऑफ द न्यूएस्ट प्रॉपर्टीज। जंगल से बिल्कुल पास होने की वजह से और इतने खूबसूरत टेंट्स होने की वजह से पर्यटकों को लगता है कि वो जंगल के बिल्कुल बीचों बीच है। अगर आपको ये एक्सपीरियंस चाहिए देन यू मस्ट कम टू क्लब महिंद्रा कान्हा।
With activities like pottery, a luxurious spa, and evening chai with snacks, the residents can spend a relaxing time with their families at the resort and enjoy the tribal folk dance and song to bring their perfect day to an end.